Hi, I'm Gwennetta, Wright.
And I'm Deonta B.
And welcome to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. Well, D-Girl, we on our first show.
I know, and with everything going on, like, we haven't even had time to be excited, like, running around, getting ready for the show. It's like, we really are on television.
Like, who would have thought I would have wanted to be on TV? Like, really?
This is never.
So, today's show, we want this to be our introductory show since this is our first show. So, we're going to tell you a little about who we are. We're also going to tell you about what the show's going to be about. And we got some marvelous guests prepared to share some nuggets with you. So I guess I'll start by saying who I am, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I am Gwennetta Wright. I'm a native of Columbus, Georgia. I was born and raised here. I'm an alumni of Carver High. Go Tigers! And who am I? I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a business strategist. I'm an author, and I am a speaker. I call myself a serial entrepreneur because I'm like an entrepreneur like 3, 4, 5 times. I actually started my first business, which is Expert Tax Service, right here in Columbus, Georgia. And I have expanded over the years where I own business in Columbus and in Atlanta. And actually next month I'll be celebrating 11 years in business. Girl, you know, we just celebrated, feel like we just celebrated the 10-year anniversary, right? So 11 years in business, and I'm so excited for this show because we want to be able to share our journey of entrepreneurship and entertainment to, you know, give you some little nuggets so you can add that value to your life. So D, tell them about you.
Well, I am Deonta Blount, also known as Deonta B, and I'm also a native of Columbus, Georgia, born and raised. And most people say, Deonta, the entertainment business personality. Well, I'm an entertainment business personality because I'm an actress, a model, an entrepreneur, which I was birthed into entrepreneurship with Gwennetta. Well, I mean, we've been in business forever, and so I just got birthed into it. And then after that, I became a philanthropist, so we do a lot of things in the community, and we believe that giving back is very important.
Very important.
So you can see some of the pitfalls and different things that you go through with being in the entertainment business and being an entertainment personality.
We also have some amazing guests that's here to share nuggets with you. We have Kia Chambers, who actually owns a small business in the city, and she also sits on the citywide seat of the Muscogee County School District, so I can't wait to hear the nuggets that she has to share. And then we also have Sherricka Day. She is so amazing. She has an awesome organization that she works with kidpreneurs. So we need to hear what she's going to be talking about. And Didi, who's our last guest today?
Well, we have Derrick Green, who is Lil D, the radio personality, as you all may know. But we want to get into the business side of him because he's also a program director at iHeart Media.
Yeah.
And so he's actually became regional program director since we last spoke to him. So we can't wait to see what kind of sauce he's going to give us on the entertainment business in that side.
So you got to wait and stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Keep it locked.
This is Mark Jones.
I was injured in an accident on the job, and I've been waiting for weeks to hear from the insurance company. Medical bills are coming in, but the money isn't.
Can you meet me at my office in 30 minutes?
I sure can.
All right, I'm on the way.
Don't let these insurance companies trick you into a low settlement. Mark Jones has been fighting insurance companies for nearly 10 years.
If you've been injured or in a wreck, call Mark Jones and he'll get you that check.
The world is a backdrop, and Modest Stills is one of its most up-and-coming photographers. He specializes in senior portraits, event photography, maternity and wedding shots, sports photography, and more. Modest Stills was voted 2017 Photographer of the Year. Whether you need a studio look or you prefer the outdoors, Modest Stills is your #1 source for image capturing in the Tri-City area. For more information, visit us at our website, modeststills.com, or call us at 706-536-6372.
Coming to a TV near you, catch Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B on WXTX 554.
The All In campaign seeks to engage all community partners in creating positive learning environments for Georgia's children and youth. Working together and being all-in community leaders, stakeholders, and partners can help to move education to new heights in Georgia.
I'm attorney Teddy Reese, and I'm all in.
I'm all in.
I'm all in.
I'm all in for education. Hook.
For more information, visit www.gaeducationclimate.org.
It is my understanding that you do not have any life insurance.
Or maybe you need more. I'm Monica Owens, a licensed life insurance agent for Georgia. And I'm sad because no one told you that a life insurance policy is the safest investment for your money and a sure way to leave money behind for your family. Listen, I'm gonna help you. And I've been helping people all my life. You can call me and it will be between you and me. Call me, I'm gonna help you.
So welcome back. Our first guest that we have today is Miss Kia Chambers. She's a small business owner, a mother, a wife, and she's so involved in this community. So welcome, Kia.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. We really want to say thank you for being our first guest on our show. It's an honor. So we're going to run right into it. So today's topic, or the title of the show is called The Balancing Act, because we want to talk to different professionals about how do they balance it all. So the first question I have for you is, because you do it all, you're a business owner, you're a wife, you're a spouse, you're very heavily involved in the community. What are some tricks that you can tell our viewers that helps you stay focused and be productive every day, from day to day?
Well, I think life is a balancing act, like you said. We wear many hats as women. I am a mother, I am a wife, and you can't neglect one for the other. So I think the key is what you said earlier, stay focused. When I am at work, I focus on work. And I try to focus just on work only and give it 110% while I'm there. When I'm with my kids, I want to give them 100% of my time. So I focus on them. So if I had any tricks, so to speak, I think it would be focus. Learn how to focus.
Okay, so you know, there are so many power couples in the industry, in business and in entertainment. So you have the Jay-Z's and Beyonce, so many different power couples. So I mean, we were going to ask you if you guys were a power couple, but we already know that you are. And so we think you are. And so we wanted to know, with both of you being in a power couple relationship, how do you find your own space?
Oh, my husband and I enjoy working with him, definitely. We are total opposites. So it's a yin and a yang type thing. We sort of complement each other. And so we balance each other. And so I wouldn't have it any other way. And we're both very driven. We are both very focused. And when we have a goal, we set our goals together. And there's no stopping us until we get there. So it's about focus and perseverance.
So that's definitely what I would consider a power couple. I think that, you know, you have to be, when they say you're equally yoked, even though you're opposite, you got to have somebody to drive you to be your other half. So absolutely amazing. So, of course, I'm a real estate agent with Prestige, and you've been in real estate for a long time. You're actually the managing broker for Prestige. So, I get it all the time. People calling me, texting me, inboxing me, asking me, well, what I need to do to get in real estate. If I go take the real estate class, what I do next. So, what are some tips you would give someone who's looking for a career in real estate?
I think, first of all, if you're thinking about a career in real estate, do a self-check.
Okay.
Because this business is about the grind. You have to be able to grind on a daily basis. Because real estate agent, when you finish with a client, you're unemployed into the next client.
Yes.
So we have a saying, if you don't work, you don't eat. So it's definitely that way in real estate. You have to be willing to grind. Once you've done that self-check and you're willing to put in the time that it takes to be successful, then of course you take your college courses, you research companies, and you connect with someone who loves your success just as much as you do. So you want to connect with the company that's going to push you, that's going to teach you the right way to do business, and that's going to celebrate your successes with you.
Yes.
Okay, so you mentioned in there staying employed. So and that's very important. That's like everybody's main focus. They want to stay employed and wherever they are. So with that being said, I wanted to know, like, being an entrepreneur, you have to figure out how to balance your finances, because so many people in business, they lose. Like, they end up, they're just bankrupt, and they're like, how do I not have any money? So what advice could you give those people as far as balancing, giving back to your business, and also being able to pay yourself and stay afloat in your business?
Absolutely. Well, I think the first important lesson is you have to learn that money is a tool. Money is a tool in order to give you the type lifestyle you want to live, or to allow you to make the type impact on the community that you want to make. So it's not meant to be spent. it is meant to be managed. So you have to learn how to manage. And any small business owner will tell you there are going to be some lean months. Especially in the real estate field. There may be some months where you make $0. There may be some months that you make well over and above what you expected. So the balancing act is to make sure that you're using money as a tool to manage and to get where you're trying to get. So if I had any advice, I would say, 1, learn how to manage money, but 2, learn how to pay yourself first. Because if you don't pay yourself first, then you'll get discouraged because you're putting in a lot of time and you're not making anything. So you got to make sure you pay yourself first, and then after that, save, save, and save. Don't ever spend everything you have. Always make sure you put some back.
Hardest part.
Absolutely.
Cause you know we want to go get those shoes and that dress and everything, and then we looking like, oh, we ain't got no money to pay our bills.
We don't want to delay gratification, and I think it's important to do that.
Yes. So, you as a woman, you know, you're on the school board. You help run and manage a real estate company with majority men, and then your household is majority men. So, so the question is, you know, some of the women can't find their voice because, you know, we try to stand behind, we talk too loud and different things like that. So what advice do you have for a woman struggling to find her voice?
I think 2 things. 1, always be you. I can't be you. I can't be someone else. I can't be the male in the office. I have to make sure that I'm true to who I am. The second thing is don't let people put you in a box. People have a tendency to try to put a label on you, but you have to rise above that and be able to think outside the box and be outside the box.
Well, you have been just an awesome guest, and you gave us some real good nuggets. So tell everybody how they can get in touch with Kia.
Okay, so if you are in the real estate market and you would like to purchase a home, or if you're thinking about opening a business and you need some commercial property, give me a call at 706-323-5483. I'd love to help.
All right, enjoy having you.
Yes,
Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys. Enjoyed it.
All right, so stay tuned and keep it locked because we got some more juice in that business coming for you. We'll be right back.
You look at your posture. You're all wrong for one thing. Look at this. Oh, hold on. Hello, this is Mark Jones.
Hey, Mark. This is Uncle Bo, and I was in a car accident.
Can you meet me at my office in 30 minutes?
Are you there?
I'm on the way.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
I'm Mark Jones. Call me today for your free consultation about your case. And remember, if you've been injured or in a wreck, call Mark Jones and he'll get you that check.
Coming to a TV near you, catch Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B on WXTX 554.
Welcome to Whisperwood, your new resort style of living. Whisperwood is in the heart of action with access to everything you need. You will have a fantastic home set in a premier location, packaged with unbeatable amenities. For more information, visit Whisperwood, the edge of everything new.
Hi, welcome back. So Kia just gave us some awesome nuggets. So we have another guest, amazing woman who does a lot in the community, Miss Sherricka Day. She just started her new nonprofit, Minor in Business. So welcome, Sherricka.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So we're just gonna get right into it. What inspired you to start Minor in Business? Because I remember it being crafts, cool kids or something. So what made you start Minor in Business?
Okay, so I started that about 3 years ago, and really the crazy thing is I started it just going out and shopping for a piece of art. I saw it on Craigslist, and I realized that I wanted to buy it. Went over to the house, went to get the piece, and after conversation with the parents, they told me that their daughter had painted it. And so from there, I went home and just kept thinking about this piece, like, why is this kid selling her stuff on Craigslist? Does she have an outlet? You know, is she trying to make money? And so I ended up just coming up with the idea that we needed a platform in our community for our kids, something for them to be able to get their artwork or whatever they make out there. And so that's how Crayons, Crafts, and Cool Kids was born.
So, talking about you working with the youth, and so we know, me and Gwennetta talk about it all the time, the perception of social media, especially when you work with children. So a lot of the viewers may be anxious to know, and also myself, how do you balance working with the youth and managing your social media account so that the things that you put on your social media, the perception is not bad, that you keep a positive image for the children?
Right. And so that's pretty easy for me because I really don't entertain anything negative. Okay. So when I'm out there on social media, if I'm tagging something that doesn't agree with what I'm trying to do, I realize I have kids. Some of the kids that I work with are on my page, their parents. And so I just try to have that image all the time of something that I would not be embarrassed about them seeing. Okay. And so, like I said, if I'm tagged, I'm like, no, this is not going to work. I untag myself. I've had to go in, in my inbox. People have put things out there that I'm like, no. Don't be commenting like that because that's just not me anyway. So I don't have a problem with it. Just trying to keep it, clean and PG rated and everything. Just because that's just the person that I am.
So today's topic for all the guests was balancing act. So we do so many things in our life. I think you still working 9 to 5. You work with Affleck, been there for over 20 years. That's amazing. And then you have your new nonprofit organization, and you own a lot of boards in the community. So tell us, how do you balance like your personal and your career life? Especially you single, you probably want to date too. So how do you balance that?
So when it comes to balancing, I do have to have a schedule. I put everything in my phone. I have a calendar at work that I have to keep up with, and that's just because there have been times, and every now and then I'm guilty of it, double booking. You have one meeting here, you have to be at something else, and I just want to make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I balance it out like that, and then when it comes to personal, I do take time out for myself, because like you said, yes, I do want to be out there, just enjoying life. And so I just make sure that I'm not allowing everything that I'm doing, even though it may not seem that way, everything that I'm doing to overlap my personal life.
Time management is very important.
It is.
It is. So another question, and it's a question, especially with women, we struggle with this all the time. How do you define Sherricka Day? Like when somebody asks you, who is Sherricka Day, what do you say?
That's a good question. So I feel like I'm a go-getter. I'm very determined in what I'm trying to do. I know I want to work with kids, so I'm always just trying to do whatever I can to inspire them. I'm also, personally, I love art. I love thrift shopping, music, hanging out with my friends. So I feel like I'm just a well-balanced, mix of all of that. Really down to earth. I don't meet a stranger. Very personable. So that's who I am.
What advice could you give to parents that, because, we push education, go to college. And, what I've come to realize is that college is just not for everybody. Right. And with you working with children in art, what would you say, being with a child that's in art, you want them to go to college, how do you develop that artistic? Because nobody does that.
Right. And the funny thing is, one of the boards that I serve on, we just had this discussion because there are a lot of artists in our community. And they said that it has to be something that you develop, the talent that you're born with, that gift. Right. And so if you already have that, it's not really hard for you to pursue it. But like you said, college is not for everybody. So does that mean that you still can't do art or, whatever it is that you like to do just because you didn't go to school? You just have to look at what's important to you. Is the field that you're trying to go in, do you need a certification? Do you need to have, a couple classes behind you so that people can, unfortunately, validate, your professionalism? Or we see a whole lot of people out there on social media that, they're making it because there's something about them that stands out. Right. So if you're marketing yourself well, then you should be okay.
Great advice. So we just want you to tell the viewers, if they need to find Sherricka Day, how can they get in touch with you?
So my Facebook page is Crayons, Crafts, and Cool Kids. You can just look that up, and I should pop right up. You can also, my personal page is Sherricka Day, Sherricka, not Sherricka, but I get called that. And then I also have a website, which is teamcck.weebly.com. So any of those to find me, and then I'll just, if whatever it is that you're, asking about, or if you want to know about events that we have coming up, then I'll get you in touch, get that information out to you.
Well, Sherricka, we thank you for you coming to the show. You were our first guest, and we appreciate you, and you share some great nuggets with the viewers. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And so, coming back, you better stay tuned because we got Derrick Lil D Green, radio personality, and he's going to talk with us about entertainment. So stay tuned and keep it locked.
Time to overflow. Beauty and barber salon, a place where you wanna go, where you can come and have fun. Come to overflow, where you can get your hair done. Come to overflow. Come to overflow.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, we are back with our special guest, Derrick Green, also known as Lil D, radio personality, but we want to get into now he is actually the regional program director. So we want to talk a little bit about that.
Your title, regional program director. That's a bit title for such a little man. So tell me, what does your role consist of?
Well, Gwen, I'm responsible for all aspects of the radio station. Everything that you hear has to come through me. Basically, all of the music, all of the imaging, the pieces in between the songs, and all of the commercials that play on the air.
That's not just for one station, is it?
No, that's about 62 radio stations in the Southeast. I'm really happy to be in this position and be based in Columbus, Georgia, and able to go into other markets and see what they're doing and bring that back home to us.
Sounds like a good winner.
Yeah, and it's funny that you said that about Columbus because I was reading something in your bio that said that your first opportunity came because somebody they quit their part-time job, and so that's how you were able to start into radio. And so what would you say to some of the viewers that they miss so many opportunities because they're just not ready?
Well, you know, stay prayed up for one. And if you know there is something that you would like to do, that you have a goal to do, then I'd say put your best foot forward. As you spoke of, I was working as an intern and someone decided not to come to work one day, and that gave me the opportunity to be on the radio. And I've been on the radio since that day.
So for people who are getting into radio as a DJ and they might want to take the same path as you, what would you recommend for them?
Well, I think one of the things that I've learned along the way is you have to let some things go in order to take on other roles. You know, I don't want to really knock you ladies, but I'm pretty sure if I look in your closets, they're full and stuffed with things. So if you want new clothes, you're gonna have to empty some of that old stuff out. Yeah, you gotta get rid of some of those shoes, D. You gotta get rid of some of those shoes. So that is one thing that I do recommend. I know I got into this business as a DJ, and I got into this business DJing in nightclubs and doing, you know, birthday parties and weddings and all of those types of things. But I feel like in order for me to take that next step, I had to let DJing and DJing at the club, I had to let that kind of go.
Okay.
And I had to, you know, do some studying and managing people. And when I got my first opportunity to be a program director and manage a radio company that was billing over $1 million and be responsible for that $1 million, I had to let some things go in my life so that I could focus on that goal.
Okay. That's important. That's managing your time, prioritizing what is important for you to maintain that goal. I agree with that.
Yeah, and I really would like to get more detail into that. But I know before we do that, I know some of the viewers probably, they always ask you this question. Okay. So what would you say so that you don't have to tell them when you're walking in the street, they can actually watch this show and see? Artists that are trying to get their music on the radio.
Well, the best thing that I can tell an artist today that's trying to get their music on the radio is to start a story. Start your own story about your own self And start grassroots. Maybe you get your friends, cousins, and all of your followers on social media to get behind you, because social media is a huge engine into what we do these days. If you are coming to me and you don't have any followers, anyone coming behind you with your song, what do you mean? What do you think I'm gonna do? Like, I mean, what am I supposed to play? Something that no one really knows, no one's familiar with. Everyone thinks their baby is pretty. So I understand everyone thinks that their song is great. This was the very first song they ever recorded. They think it's a hit, but who's gonna listen to it? Are the people at your school familiar with what you're bringing to me? Is your family even familiar? Are you just recording in your basement by yourself and no one else knows? So I tell people all the time, when you come to me, you should have all of your stuff together. It's not my responsibility to make you a star. You should be a star already.
So I read in one of your interviews, past interviews, that you have a strong love for music, and that you felt like you was married to music. But since that interview, you've actually got married, and you have a new baby boy. So you are program director. You are active in the community. You have a kind of new wife, a couple of years, a new baby boy. How do you balance it all? How do you separate the personal from the career?
Because this is the balancing act today.
The balancing act is very hard. I will put it that way. And you have a lot of sleepless nights. You take a lot of time in which you think you should probably be with the family and you're working, and sometimes you think you probably should be working, you need to be with your family. There's not one clear-cut answer to how you have to balance your life, your career, and your family. It's a day-by-day process. Some days I'm out of town. Some days I'm here and I probably should be out of town. And some days I'm here and people think I'm out of town. Yesterday was a great example. I came from work and I picked my son up and we went to the playground. So I just had to shut down all things. I had to turn off the noise and spend some time with my son.
So, wrapping it up, we want you to tell the viewers how can they find Derrick Little Dean Green.
Okay, well, I'm on social media. I'm not afraid to speak or talk to anyone. I'm very open. You can find me on Facebook under my government, Derrick Green. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and now Snapchat under Derrick Green Radio. DerrickGreene Radio.
So, Lil D, we just thank you for coming to share with us today. We thank you all for tuning in with us. We also want to thank Kid Chambers and Sherricka Day also for coming in and sharing their nuggets. So, if you want to follow us, or no, you should follow us at Gwen's Business Corner on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me, Gwennetta Wright, at Gwennetta Wright on all social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And Deonta, tell them how to follow you.
So you can follow me at all social media outlets at The Real Deonta B. And we just want to thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time. And we want to thank you for tuning in to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. See you next time.